Hello and welcome to another folding workshop brought to you by POPUPOLOGY. In this video I'll be showing you how to fold the Synagogue Menora design from my range of Origamic architecture cards which are available online. This design is actually interesting because you get two different results from both sides of your card, as you shall see later. Once you've downloaded your template and cut your piece, you should end up with something that looks like this. If I hold it up against the light, you can see all the cut lines, which give us both our cuts and our folds. So I use perforated lines for the folding. So what we do to begin, as always, is to just establish a gentle crease on our baseline, which is the spine of our card, and using one of our or two digits, whichever is more comfortable for you, just press forward on the shapes from behind along the mountain fold lines. So just doing very, very gentle pushes from the back in incremental stages, you'll see your first volume start to emerge. But we want to keep it to a shallow degree of fold, so do not over deploy, as this puts much pressure on underdeveloped areas and it ends up creasing or buckling the paper. So before you deploy it too far, you just need to address the other lagging areas. So just go to the top of your design, which is our Star of David here, and beneath it the dome shape, and just start to press that forward in the same way as you did with our crease line at the base, the spine of the card, and you just literally need to press forward from the back whilst holding down on this plane. And again, once you reach a shallow degree of fold, you can just press the star shape out by a gentle push with the tip of your finger, and again go back, zoom out to the previous level and further deploy your shapes forward. As you can see, it's coming along nicely, and in incremental stages it gets further and further closer in space and more three-dimensional, as you can see here. And once you reach this stage, you want to go back to your center section and also do the most complex bit of the folding, which is this archway and entrance in the center here. So we do that by just, again, first zooming out and just pressing forward on the entire back plane, and then we want to kind of zoom in on this area, but just almost pressing from the front this smaller plane, which gives us the archway and doorway, and repeat the process on the other side. And as you can see, those tabs start to deploy almost immediately. But again, you just want a very gentle crease at this stage, because we want to be deploying and weakening these hinges at the right at the base of our card, because we got this menorah shape cut out. They are quite weak, so you just want to be very careful with that area right there. So sometimes I actually find that it helps to reverse your card and address that by pinching from the back, as you can see here. And this we do just gently by going across all of those valley folds, although orientated this way they appear as mountain folds. It's always easier to pinch from the top or from the front, so that's why it helps to kind of flip your card around. And all along those sections, just gently start to weaken those hinges, as you can see here. And then when you get to about this stage, you can again zoom out of your card or your design and just start to deploy the entire piece again, because the more you weaken these stress points, the easier your eventual collapse will be. So if I turn this around, we can go back again to our initial folding, which is using the entire back section, and try and use the plane on the bottom as well in conjunction. And there is a bit of resistance, especially at our star shape, because it's quite a delicate area, but we can again address that by using a kind of pinching technique. So just zoom in on that in isolation, and all the while just bring your shapes forward further and further. As you can see here, again, when you have these little flaps, you need to be kind of pinching gently across that shape, bringing that forward so it further deploys. It's not really dramatic, but the more patient you are, the better your results will be. So just really incrementally continue with your pinching. As you can see now, I'm bringing forward this plane whilst holding the bottom of our design, supporting it with my thumbs here, so you can see the entire shape coming forward. And when you get to about this stage, you can actually start to collapse your piece in the safe knowledge that you won't crease anything that shouldn't be creased. So all that remains is just for you to tap down on your design from the top, and just thereby establishing all those creases even more firmly. And now when we open our card, we get a beautiful crisp finish pop-up card, as you can see here. What's nice about this design, and quite unique in my range of origami architecture cards, is that if you flip it, then you actually get a little, almost like a stand, and it behaves with equal interest from this side as well as the front. So it's kind of like a dual purpose, two-way design. If you want to, apologies for the alarm that's just gone off. If you want to add a backing sheet to complete your piece, you can use a different stock, maybe a colored stock or a transparency sheet, to get some really beautiful results. So I tend to use a beautiful color transparency paper to get some really intriguing lighting effects, as you can see here. But you can experiment with your own kind of selection of papers. I just prefer this because it does give you a luminous effect, which, if you change the color, can be dramatically different, as you can see here. But always you get very intriguing kind of shadow play, and also from the back, if you front light it with some artificial lights, you get some shadow plays on the back. So do experiment, and if you want to share your results with fellow enthusiasts, you can do it on my Facebook page. So do post images of your experiment by all means, and hope you have fun with this project. Do have patience if it doesn't work out first time. Just cut another piece and try again, and practice will make perfect. So I hope to see you again for another POPUPOLOGY tutorial in the future, and thanks again for watching. Goodbye.